family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nola Zisvia, my other name is Pretty. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for choosing me once again. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for joining us. Please do grab a seat and get comfortable. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here, guys. Like honestly, I'm excited to be here because I really like girl talk YouTube content, like to watch. So now that I'm recording one for my channel for the first time, I'm really excited to be here. And yeah, we're going to be talking about all things contraceptives, as you have read by the title of this video. Well, not all things contraceptives, but specifically the patch contraceptive, because this is going to be a video based on my personal experience with the contraceptive. So yeah, so also I felt it's very necessary, or not even necessary, but I felt the need to do this video because when I was like trying to decide on a contraceptive, it was a very weird process. Well, not a very weird process, but a long process. It took me 2 years to decide whether or not I actually wanted, whether if and then I was using YouTube as reference I tried to use YouTube as reference to see people's reviews and experiences and stuff like that, and I realized that people don't actually like record videos or like shoot this type of content that much, especially like lifestyle YouTubers, and I don't understand why, because dude, like this is not even like a daily problem that people are facing. Anyway, I don't want to preach, but basically when I was trying to get like videos on YouTube about people using the patch or contraceptives in general, and then also most of them dated back to like 4 years, specifically about the patch. They dated back to 4 years, and then it was not even like videos from South Africa, it was like people from somewhere else. So I didn't understand, are people not like using the patch? Do they not know about it? Do they not rate it, you know? So I felt good, you know what, when I start using contraceptives as a lifestyle YouTuber, it is only right to like share my experience, because also now you get this type of information on channels that like specifically deal with like contraceptives, and then they're misleading. Yeah, and I don't know if it's just me, but they're actually very misleading, because they're just like, contraceptives are great, yes, do it, don't, like, you know. And I feel like, relax, because you're lying. Contraceptives have a lot of like bad side effects, people get sick, people whatever. Anyway, so I felt it was my duty as a lifestyle. Anyway, sharp. So I'm gonna be speaking about my experience with patch contraceptives, which is not a long-lived experience. Honestly, I've only been on the contraceptive for 3 months. I started on the 4th of October. Today's the 10th of October, and yeah, it's going to be more of a journey thing, because I think whatever information I'm going to be giving you guys, it may change in the next year or so, because I don't know how it's going to be treating me by then. I don't know why this top is bothering me, but I feel like my boobs are out and it's falling apart. I don't know what's going on. Anyway though, let's focus, game. Push up. So with that being said, what was I saying? It's going to be a journey thing, so I'm probably going to share my 3 months journey, which is this video, and I'm going to share my year journey, if anything has changed or whatever, to just like verify the information that I'm going to telling you guys, because I don't want to mislead you also. But yeah, with that being said, I think there's a few things that I want to highlight, or like disclaimers, before we start into like the content of this actual video. 1.1 is that, guys, I'm not a practitioner, like a medical practitioner or medical doctor, medical student, nothing. I am just gonna like base this video on my personal experience and knowledge and research and whatever. So don't quote me when things go south and and then another thing also is that contraceptives are very subjective, right? So what works for me might not work for you, might not work for you, might work for you, I don't know. So unfortunately, it is a like trial and error thing. You need to try it out to know whether or not it works for you. You know what I mean? So it's not a one size fits all, just because I'm gonna be recommending or like bashing this contraceptive that you should not try it, or you should try it. So do what you must with this information, take it with a pinch of salt, do whatever you have to do. I'm just sharing my experience, right? Cool, sharp. So first of all, also how I came about this decision, not came about, but how I ended up deciding on this specific contraceptive, specifically because I know that it's not a common one. Not a lot of people know it, not a lot of people use it, not a lot of, you know what I mean? So basically, I had made the decision, Yoguti, I don't want anything that I can't stop immediately should I feel that it is not should I feel that it is not working for me. So I wanted hore, hey Toma iflopa or wida halan, even I can stop it immediately. So obviously that eliminated a lot of other options like the implant, like the injection implant, because obviously I can't stop it immediately if it doesn't work for me, because now I have to book an appointment, go to thing, and then go through some surgical procedure because they need to take it out and so on and so forth. I didn't want to use the injection because it's kind of the same thing as well, not really, but you need to go to the doctor and then turns about inject it. But now you can't stop it immediately if it starts doing weird things after a month, because usually the duration of the contraceptive is like 2 months, 3 months, so you need to wait out that 2 months, 3 months, whether it's killing you, whether it's whatever, like it's in your bloodstream, there's nothing we can do. Well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's not reversible, like, you know. And then I couldn't use the IUD thingy because then I also need to go to the doctor to get it like out of my system, because they insert it in a specific way in your vagina and stuff like that, so I didn't want that. So then it left me with a few other options, like the pills, the patch, and the ring. The ring is also not too popular, and basically it's like a transparent flexible thing. If you don't know what it is, it's a flexible ring that you insert into your vagina. And I was just like, girl, also my doctor, when I went, recommended that, not recommended it, but she asked me, Guti, how do I feel about it? And I was like, girl, no, I really don't like things that you have to put up your vagina and stuff like that, which is ironic because I'm doing this video, so you think otherwise, but really, quite honestly, I don't. I was like, no, I don't want, it sounds like a lot of putting in and putting out. Not really, because you just put it in once and then it lasts for 3 weeks and then so on and so forth. But I was like, nah. And then the pills, I could never, like, actually I knew like it wasn't gonna fly, because for me, I'm not a consistent person, I'm a procrastinator, I'm so lazy. Now I need to drink pills every day at the same time. That's insane. Because what if you go school, like what if like my time is like 8 o'clock and then you go school and you wanna test? What if it's really baby? Now I have to wake up. What if I'm like at a dinner somewhere, whatever? Now since no, it wasn't gonna work. But for everybody that can do it, I have no choice but to stand. You guys are doing the Lord's work. But anyway, also, you know what? Before I call it, I am not a pro like contraceptive person, and really and quite honestly, I feel that if you can go without being on a contraceptive, please don't, because it's not healthy to some extent, to a greater extent. It comes with a lot of complications, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? But then again, I don't want a baby, and that me not wanting a baby is bigger than how I feel about contraceptives. So a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. So I'm not saying don't get contraceptives, because if you don't have babies, don't say I didn't tell you, don't do it. Anyway. So first of all, let's get into it. What is a patch contraceptive? It's literally a bandage that is this big, this small, or big. It's quite big, but it's really small. That is like nude pink peach in color, that you put on your skin, and it releases hormones. I think they're called estrogen and progestin, and basically those hormones work on your, like, they go into your bloodstream, and then they work in that they prevent ovulation, they prevent the release of the egg. Literally life science. So the egg does not get released, and then therefore fertilization cannot happen. So then there's no combining of the sperm and you guys know what I mean. There's no ovulation, there's no fertilization, there's no baby. So that's basically what it is. And then how it works is that, first of all, you need to go to the doctor. It needs to be prescribed to you. You can't just go like over the counter and get the pills. So first of all, you go to the doctor for other reasons as well, because not everybody and anybody can use the patch contraceptive. If you are 90 kilograms and above, or over rather, you cannot, I don't know why, but the body is like becomes more unreliable. What did I say? Anyway, unreliable, because I don't know why. I don't know. And then also, if you are 35 and over and you smoke, it is not recommended for you. Or like if you smoke, because my doctor also asked me if I smoke and I'm not 35 and over. I'm not sure about that, because also I smoke heavily. So I don't know if it's like just with cigarettes or whatever. I really don't want to lie, but I know that if you're 35 and over, you cannot use the patch contraceptives. Thirdly, if you are prone to blood clots or you have a history of blood clots, it is not recommended because it is something that makes you prone to blood clots, but we're going to get into that later on. So basically that's how it works. Basically you put it on your skin. Okay, so you put it on your skin for 7 days and you buy a pack. Okay, no, let's go back. You get a prescription, right? And the prescription is for 6 months, meaning 1 pack per month, right? So yeah, I hope that makes sense because I'm a bad explainer, but it's 1 pack per month for 6 months. That's your first prescription, and then you have to go back for another one after 6 months if you still want to use it. And then in the pack, yeah, per month, there's supplies for 3 weeks. Basically every month you're gonna go get this, right? This is how it looks. It's called the Evra. Yeah, it's called the Evra patch. Basically it looks like that. In this pack there's 3 patches, right? Meaning that you're gonna use it 3 times in a month, meaning 1 patch for each week, right? And then so one patch is for 7 days, and then there's gonna be 1 week left, obviously, because in a month there's 4 weeks. So you're gonna use the first week, second week, third week, and then here you're not gonna have a patch. It's called, not called, but it's like basically a patch free week, and then that's when you're most likely to get your period. But then now also with the patch, it's supposed to be 7 days. Like, you're gonna have to change it on the same day, not same time but same day. Like if say Wednesday, for example, Wednesdays on my patch change week, day. So every Wednesday I put in a patch, I remove the old one, put in a new one, and then for 3 weeks, and then on the fourth week actually, I just remove it, and then I go that whole 7 days without the patch. So basically, what else do I want to say? Okay, when you go to the doctor though, they tell you that you need to use it on the first day of your period when you're starting off, just to make sure that you're not pregnant, and then so on and so forth. And then from there on, what else do you guys want to know? You can buy it with, okay, so I get to working on know, but I did a Q&A on my channel, on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, why? Anyway, but follow me on Instagram at @mothernameisPretty. So I did a Q&A where people had to ask me questions about the patch, and then I read through most of the questions, and I'm going to be answering them throughout this video. And if I don't, then I'm just going to do a young Q&A at the end. So other people were asking me, Guti, can you get it on medical aid? How much is it and all of that? It is 200 Rand. I buy it on medical aid, see, and then yeah, but I pay levy of 25 Rand every month, but then the medical aid pays it. So if you're gonna pay cash, then it's gonna be 200 Rand per month. Also, if I buy them good leaks because I can't go with a prescription all the time. I don't know how other people do it, but with Clicks, you can go with your Clicks card. They put in your information, they put in your medical aid if you're gonna be using a medical aid, and then they put on your information so they can tell you what you're left with 3 patches, and then you don't always have to go with a prescription, because the first time you go they do take the prescription. So if you're not gonna go leaks after the first, I don't know how it is, but just take a picture of the prescription if you're gonna go to a different pharmacy and all of that. But if you go to Clicks, then any Clicks in the world, not in the world but in the world, then they know, like, it's recorded, and then they can just tell you, can give you whatever you need. Yeah, sharp. And then that's basically how it works. Hey, like, and then people were asking me, Guti, does it not fall off when you're swimming, when you're bathing? Do you bath with it? Whatever you bath with it, it does not fall off most of the time. I have experienced it falling off. I don't know why. I can't even tell you what was happening, but like it became not elastic anymore. Like, and then Hawani though, in the period of a month, like 3 months, right? So it really sticks. And you can put it anywhere on your body, but they are recommended not anywhere, because I don't think you can put it on your face, and you cannot put it on your boobs. That they tell you at the doctor, you can't put it on your boobs because they don't say it creates cancer, but like they don't want to risk that, like they don't want it on your boobs. So the recommended areas to put your patch are your butt, your tummy, like your bottom part of your tummy, your abdominal area, basically, your back, your arm. Did I say arm? Yeah. Where else? Yeah, basically that's where you put it. I usually put it on my bum because then it does not disturb anything, like it does not rub against anything. It's not visible unless I'm going to the beach, which is kind of tricky because I got this patch contraceptive during winter and I didn't have to go to the beach. I didn't have to wear bikini. I get to wear around winter, but we'll talk about that also later. So today, because I wanted to show you guys how it works, like how you put it on, how you put it off, and how it looks, blah blah blah, I'm recording this on a Wednesday, and I told you guys that Wednesdays are my patch change day. So I do have a patch on right now. It's on my butt. Unfortunately, I can't show you me removing it, but removing it is like removing any other plaster. It kind of does sting when you remove it, but it's really not like painful. It's nothing too yesha like about, you know. So I'm gonna quickly remove the patch that I have now, and not on camera because it's on my butt, and that's where it usually is. Like I just alternate between putting it there, but today I'm gonna put it in a different place just so I can show you guys. And I'm not excited about it being somewhere else because usually I get it folds, it does weird things. Not really, but I just don't like it anywhere else. But anyway, hold it, I'll be back. I'm back. So now I'm gonna be putting on a new patch on my body for the next 7 days. This is like the packet that it comes in. Basically it comes in a pack, like there's 3 of these in the pack, and then you simply just like open it, right? You open it like that, and then let me see, and then inside it looks like that. It is pink, it's nude, whatever, and it has plastics like I don't know what to call it, bruh, but it's like the plastic, it's a soul that you remove so that you can get the sticky part exposed so you can put it on your skin. It's not really difficult, and then it looks like that. This is like that. So here it's very sticky. Don't hold it with your fingers because I don't know, you don't want to do that. And then you just stick it on wherever you want to put it. I have decided I'm gonna put it at the back of my back basically, and then because I want that's, I don't know, I'm talking a lot, né? So you take it like that, and then you place it wherever you want, and then you rub it. Okay, I don't like how this phone looks right now. You rub it like that for like a few seconds so that it doesn't, and then this is actually that simple. That is you for the next 7 days, right? Cool, I'm glad that's out of the way. I hope I'm not leaving anything out with how it works and all of that. And then now let's get into the side effects, the pros and cons and whatever that I experienced, whatever. Fine. And also, wait, in the packet it comes with a very big leaflet, pamphlet thing where they tell you how to use it, the side effects, what happens if yatloha before time. If yatloha before time, if I should tell you guys, basically you just remove it and then you put another one on, but you're still gonna change it on the same day as your patch contraceptive. But I feel like you guys don't want to hear that because you only want to hear that if you're actually using it. Anyway, these are the side effects, the common side effects, the how you use it, how you whatever. It's a very big pamphlet, so I don't think anybody read it, so but you should. Just like that. Anyway, it tells you everything that you need to know about the patch, right? So side effects, or like pros and cons. Let's start with the good, right, that I experience, or like that the goods that are there out there. 1.1, I wrote a list by the way so that I don't miss anything. Pro number 1, obviously guys, I don't have a baby, so I'm assuming that it is very effective. According to stats though, it's 99% effective if you use it correctly, meaning if you change it on time, like on the same day. If you don't like, if you just use it properly, like it's 99% effective. If not, if you like forget to change it or whatever, it is 91%, which is still quite effective. Guess how you think. So it does the sole purpose of it, which is pregnancy, but don't quote me. Next thing, I'm celibate and I'm abstaining, and then keep his kid so it doesn't create babies, and then next thing you guys have babies. I'm lying. But anyway, so yeah, no babies. Number two is actually my favorite thing. It makes your period very, very regular and predictable and accurate and whatever. So this is what happens. My patch change days on a Wednesday, right? So the first Wednesday I have a patch, the second Wednesday I have a patch, the third Wednesday I have a patch, the fourth Wednesday I remove my patch, right? And then every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning I know that I'm gonna get my period. So that's literally 28 days for me. I don't know, but on Sunday, like, it's so accurate that I know that my period comes on a Sunday morning. I love that for me, because 1.9, if you're somebody that is sexually active and you have an irregular cycle, it's gonna drive you crazy. Like, I don't even wanna talk about the pregnancy scares. I don't wanna do that. But so I think that is like a big pro for me. Your cycle is very regular, right? Another thing is that a common a common pro is that it makes your cycle lighter and shorter. I can't testify, like I can't speak on that, because my cycle is still from 4 to 5 days. Like 5 days is that day where you're not sure if you're still on your period or not, you know. But for me, it's literally from Sunday until Wednesday, and then Thursday is that day, and my period is like the same, if not heavier. But not heavier, but just like, it's still like a medium flow. It's still, yeah, I don't know about light flow. And then another pro is that I want to say my skin was healthier. So to hear me, I didn't say my skin was like nicer or whatever, but it was healthier. Like, it didn't have breakouts as much. Even when I went on my period, my skin was still like maintaining the same healthy state. It did not have like random pimples. Obviously I have like, it's not like beautiful, like, you know. And also because I don't really have problematic skin like that, so I'm the last biscuit to crack. Like, I shouldn't be speaking about skin really, but not personally, I want evidence. Like, if I ask other people, they're like, yeah, your skin is nice, but then my skin has never not been that nice. So, but I can feel it. Like, you know, when you can feel your skin, it feels softer. Makeup, yeah, nah, there's pimples obviously, like a little rash there and there, not really, but my skin is more healthier. I don't have breakouts. It's not too dry. It's not oily. It's grand. I really like my skin for that. And I think that's why, because I know that certain contraceptives can make you have pimples or make you oilier or whatever. So with me, I do not experience any like bad things when it comes to my skin. And then another pro obviously is that you don't have to deal with it every day, and it's just the 1 week thing, which I feel is a pro. It's not a hard thing for me to do. And then another thing is that unlike the pill, because it has the same like hormones, and it works the same way as the pill, but it's just like an alternative. If you're sick and you have diarrhea or whatever, you can still have the patch on. It's not going to interrupt any other medication that you're on, blah 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 blah. And I can't think of any other pro, but like right now. But for Solanka, let's get into the cons. And the ones that I experienced, like the side effects that I experienced. 1.1, guys, my period cramps were bad. My period pains are bad now. Like, you know, Kyle, and also they're not like unbearable, like I need to go to the hospital or like I can't breathe, but they're bad. Like, I really just want to stay in bed in one position for a long time. Like, I really can't get through my day without drinking a pill or two, like Panado or like Nurofen or whatever. But then again, I'm a person who didn't really have severe period cramps initially. Maybe they were like a 4. Like, mostly it was like PMS cramps, and they were just like uncomfortable and just like they were there, but they were not severe. So now they went from like a 4 to a young, I want to say 7, 6. Like now, fuck. Now it's just bad, sort of. As I was saying, the period cramps are like a bit severe now. I need to pop it, but also then it's always the like on Saturday, which is my PMS, right? That's when it's like really bad, and on the first day of my period and maybe the second day, and then after that it gets better. So it's not like a full 4 days of pain. you know. So that's why I feel like it's not even a deal breaker for me, but my period pains did get, that is the biggest thing that I experienced, that I was like, this is really not it. And apparently for some people, it makes them better. Like, it can be prescribed, like if you have severe period cramps, I know that certain people will prescribe the patch to make them better, and I don't know how, because for me it was a total opposite. Cool. Another thing is that my boobs grew, guys. Phew. But they grew like, you know, those, your period boobs, like, you know, your like natural period boobs where they're like really tender and full and heavier. If you experience that symptom as PMS, then my boobs were like that for a full month, like the whole of August. They were very heavy. Even when I wasn't on my period, they were really vain, like, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't like they grew a cup bigger, but they were definitely bigger and heavier and more uncomfortable and tender and stuff like that. But then luckily, and I was very mad about that, because I'm a person who, big titty gang already, I did not need that. It went back to normal. I think after September, mid-September, it went back to normal. Obviously I experienced that for like a day or two during PMS, but other than that, everything is fine. So I'm glad that it went back to normal. Now my boobs are like back to, yeah. And then mood swings, guys. Oh my god. Listen, I'm not a baby, right? I'm not a person that cries a lot. I'm not an emotional person. I'm not whatever. But it rocked me, especially the first week of putting the patch on. I cried at everything. I wasn't really like moody towards people, right? But I was hypersensitive. I was very like emotional. I was crying about everything. I remember this other day, and then I get the go, like, I was just crying. I was crying about everything. Even like, I was just crying, you know. I was down, even my energy, I was, but then also that is something that went back to normal. Now I'm not a crybaby, but I still experience it like there and there. I remember it went and then came back for a week, but it's not as bad now. Now I'm fine. I think that calmed down. That wasn't nice. Hey, I was hoping not to fall into depression. I know that certain contraceptives can make you be on antidepressants and stuff like that, and we don't want that, because I'm a person that is like generally like very emotionally stable and whatever, so I didn't want, you know. Fine. Another thing is that another con, the disadvantage of LA, is that this is one of the few contraceptives that are visible. Everybody can see that you are on this contraceptives, and then now if you're a person that wears crop tops, I'm sure you guys saw in my last video when I was doing the whole, that my patch was there the whole time, and maybe you guys were wondering. I don't like people asking me, I don't like the fact that people are gonna ask me, what's this, or that it's gonna show like Nahana man gives you a snap for Instagram and then I'll pay a chim and stuff like that. So that is a real disadvantage. But for me, I really don't care much, because it's not deep. Most of the time it's on my butt, so that would only be a disadvantage if I was going to the beach or something. So it's visible, and also it gets a little disgusting. I don't want to say disgusting, but like dirty, because the adhesive on the side, like the glue on the side that makes it stick, can like grab onto fabric, like like once like fluffies of the can be around the thing, and then it looks dirty and then it looks untidy. But then that's not a train smash for me. And then also, okay, especially like the first few months, I experienced a rash, but it wasn't like bad, like you know, I just, like, when you remove the patch, it got a little itchy and reddish, like it was a skin irritation of some sorts. But it, like, after bathing and putting like coconut oil or something, it really just went back to normal, and yeah, that was fine. So if you're somebody that has sensitive skin, this might just be tricky. And then another thing that is a con that I discovered really not a long time ago is that it makes you prone to yeast infections. And I think a lot of us know it because it's something that is common with females, like vaginal yeast infections. If you don't, please Google it, because I'm not about to explain what that is. And that is because I got yeast infection not so long ago. And then, but because it can happen because of anything, I didn't think it was because of the patch. But I've heard someone saying who was on a pill contraceptive, they were prone to it. And then I googled it, and then they were like hormonal contraceptives, meaning your pills, your rings, your patches, anything that is hormonal can make you prone to yeast infections. So if you're somebody that's like on antibiotics or like certain medication that already make you prone to yeast infections, this may just be an addition, and that's not something you want to go through. Then that's something to consider, like with hormonal contraceptives. But also, it's not really, for me, it's not a big deal. It's just an inconvenience because I don't want to deal with that. I have enough problems and I don't want, but I mean, you can just like go to the to the pharmacy and just get like medication to solve that over the counter, and sometimes it just goes away by itself. But then, I mean, obviously going to the counter, that's money that you have to deal with, because like counteracts of, you know what I mean? I don't know what I just said, but I hope it's hard. So another thing that was important, like a lot of people asked me, was weight gain. I felt like it was a deal breaker for me. If my contraceptive had made me gain weight or like be depressed, it was going to be a no. I didn't gain weight. If anything, at first maybe I didn't even have an appetite. So now I didn't gain weight, and my cravings are not crazy. They just normal, like period, cravings and stuff like that. So I am so glad. I hope when I do an updated version of this, I do not have a different story to tell. Like, I hope this is how it's going to be. But also, shame, I did Google that. Not Google, but like most of the source of information that I have say that it's not like it is a side effect that is possible. Like you gain weight, but it's not like as common as it is with other contraceptives. Why am I having a tongue? Whatever. So I didn't gain any weight, which I'm happy about. I'm not depressed. And what else did I not want? My skin is grand. So all in all, would I recommend? What else am I leaving out? Yeah, another con, but I already spoke about this, is that if you are prone, it makes you prone to blood clots. So that's another thing to consider, more especially if you already have a history of blood clots. You don't want to do that. But yeah, I think I covered everything. I hope I did. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you in some way or the other to make a decision about your contraceptive. And I'm not saying this is gonna work. I'm not saying like do it, but I'm not saying don't do it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful in some way or the other. And I hope that... No, wait. Guys, if you have any experiences with the patch contraceptive or any other contraceptives, please do share with me in the comment section down below. Let's bond over it. I don't know. And let's be cute in case like I'm giving out information and you have a totally different story. Let's not mislead people. Let's tell people about the bad as much as about the good, so they can make informed decisions. But other than that, I really can't wait to do this again. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Probably going to bring a few of my friends and talk about other contraceptives that there are, in case you're not a patch girl. But please don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, which is Instagram at my other name is pretty, on Twitter at norazi_sevilla, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Anyway, thank you for tuning in till this point, and